Hello everyone and welcome back to SVSU's online tutoring. My name is Joel and we will be continuing on with section 7.3, adding and subtracting radical expressions, with the second part of our topic being applications. So before with applications we just looked at triangles, but now we're going to be looking at graphs and the radical expressions that come from those graphs, okay? So the example here is we're looking at this graph titled the cost of college, okay? And the blue line right here is the cost of college, and then this orange line right here are the federal grants, okay? And both of those are represented over here. So C being the cost of college and G being the federal grants. So let me go ahead and underline those. Just color code them a little, I guess. So G, and then we have the blue line, which is the cost of college, okay? There we go. And so whenever a student is given the federal grants, that still isn't enough money to be paying for college. So these double arrows here that I've written on both ends are what the student will have to pay in order to pay for the cost of college, okay? And this is called E, okay? So E is the expense students pay, okay? And so to represent that algebraically, right, we would have E be equal to C minus G, okay? And all we have to do then is just substitute in both of our equations. So E is equal to 4,753 plus 456 T minus 763.5 times the square root of T. And then it's minus G, right? So I have to put a parenthesis here because I'm going to be subtracting off the entire equation of G. So the subtraction sign is going to be applied to all three terms. Okay, so then what I can do now is that I can just distribute the negative sign. And what I'm going to do to save some time is I'm going to copy this and then paste it and drag it down. There we go. Let me change this back so I can write. And so we have minus 2026 plus 156 T, and then minus 800 square root T, okay? And then the next thing that I want to do is combine like terms. So if I underline the terms that are alike, so this is alike with this guy, and then let me get to another color here. This guy is alike with this guy, and then finally this is alike with this guy, okay? So if I group all those together, I would have, let me write that in black and then I'll switch. I would have 4,753 minus 2,826. That a little better. And then that's being added with 6T plus 156 T plus the negative 753.5 T minus, I suppose I should put the parentheses here as well, just for consistency. So what I'm doing with the parentheses is that by grouping them in this manner, I can add them separately. So this number, because both terms will be negative, that will change this positive sign right here into a -1. So that's the whole point behind that. So now if I just put all these terms separately into my calculator, I get I get 1,927 plus 456 plus 156 is 612t, and then plus negative 763.5 minus 800 is negative 1,563.5 square root t. And then as you can see, since this number is negative, this positive sign will actually become negative as well. So if I just erase this guy here and then move it over, this is my equation for the expense that students, oops, change that so I can write again. This is the equation that students have to pay, okay? Or the expense, which is the out-of-pocket cost. So then if I wanted to find how much it would cost a student to pay for when t equals 3, I would just take that value and put it into here. So let's go ahead and do that. So E is equal to 7 plus 62t minus 1,563.5 square root t. Okay? Whoops, not square root 3, square root t. I'm going to substitute in 3 though, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and then if I throw everything into my calculator, I get, let's see, give me a second here so I can do that. I get 1,554.94. So right there I just rounded up to the nearest cent. And so that would be the amount of dollars, so dollars, a student would have to pay during their 3rd year. Okay, that wraps it up for this section. In the next video, I believe we move on to section 7.3, and that deals with multiplying and dividing radical expressions. Okay, see you next time.